Oh, it can get hard to talk to you, but it's all I wanna do. I know you're standing by my side. I know you love me, that's the truth. I've built up a wall inside my chest with every single test that you brought in front of me. Oh God, oh, I'm a mess. Oh, how many times will you break my heart? How many times do you need? How many times will you test my love? Oh God, I feel like I can't breathe. But you tell me to trust you and trust my heart, but I can't feel it. You tell me to let go and fall in your arms, but I can't see them. Oh, I know that you give me love, oh, that I can see, so that I can lean on you. But you tell me to trust you and trust my heart, but I can't feel it. You tell me to let go and fall in your arms, but I can't see them. Oh, why can't you give me love? Oh, that I can see, so that I can lean on you. Oh, I know that you give me love, even when I can't see. I know that I can lean on you.
Wow. So good.
Oh my gosh.
So much is coming out.
Good question. Yes.
Whoa. Nice.
Actually, good question. Yeah, it's funny. Like,
Nah, it needs to be. Yeah, it's not like a question. It's not a good question. When is it coming out?
it's it's funny. I wrote it like last year, and I like totally forgot about it. And I was
Stop.
talking to my wife one time before. I don't remember when it was, and she's like, "You should just share that one." And I was like, "All right." Then I played it, and then I got like, it was actually before Sukkot. I opened up for Yonatan.
Nice.
In the Yellow Submarine. Yeah, New Year in the Yellow Submarine. So I opened up with that, and people came back and people were like, "Whoa, what was that?" And I was like, I really don't know myself. Like, like it was,
Oh my gosh.
just bits and pieces. And actually, I have to, literally yesterday, I decided that, like, after the Niggin Chabura event,
Which we're going to dive into,
we can dive into that.
Yes.
A little bit we threw down. After that, like the feedback I was getting, I just decided, I messaged the guitarist that I use for a lot of projects here, and was like, hey, I gotta just throw down something acoustic. To make big productions is gonna be too much right now,
Right.
but like, people want something to take home, and I'm like, so I'm hopefully starting like with 3 projects.
You mean 3 different songs?
3 different songs, just acoustic. That's one of them.
Nice. What are the other 2?
The other 2 is Derech Hamuna, which is, I'm getting to that also, but Derech Hamuna B'charti. And then the last one is going to be a song which I wrote. I don't have a name for it.
Okay, so we might have to play it and maybe come up with something creative.
Yeah. I mean, the song is my interpretation of Bishvili Nivra'ol.
In English meaning?
In English meaning that Hashem, you need me.
Oh wow.
You created me for a reason. That's it. The world was created for me. You know?
Wow.
And really diving into that, because I think there's some, like, there's just so much, especially nowadays, like, I think that's something that just so many people struggle with. Is
that
understanding that, like, you're needed. and you're worthy, and like you play a huge role in the world. And I think a lot of people nowadays are like a little bit like, who am I in this great big world to like make a difference?
Everybody's on the search.
Yeah, everyone's on the search, when in reality, like, I don't know, there's the concept of like everyone has what to give, and just for that reason alone, you're needed in this world.
But how does somebody, if a logical person would look at it and say there's over 8 billion people in the world, I'm a speck in the dust. Like, how do I actually,
There's only one you.
It's true.
There's only one you. And no two people are the same. Everyone has something else. Literally. Like, everyone has their own unique little niche. Like, we'll get the lyrics of the high part is like, I know that you, talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is like, I know that you created me to talk to you in only that way that I can.
Oh, wow.
Meaning, so like, not even when it comes to giving to other people.
That's what I was thinking. Not so much external.
Nothing to do with external. Like, straight up just between your relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's like, no one else has the same story that I have. And no one else can talk to you the way that I can talk to you, and that's why you need me.
Wow.
And like,
wow.
Yeah.
That's so
Let me ask you, going deeper into that, do you think that there's a shift? If somebody says, because when there's a focus on accomplishments, which is what a lot of people, including myself, tend to do, that if my value is predicated on what I produce, how much substance is there, in actuality? But if the focus shifts, like you're saying, it has nothing to do with how much I give. The first step is like me and God, that's it.
Right.
Nothing of what I gave or produced, my inherent value that I have with God, and then I could give and proliferate that to the rest of the world.
I think they're two different aspects, but one doesn't negate the other.
Okay, nice.
In a sense. Meaning, like, there's going to be times when you're thriving in your relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and you're not necessarily thriving in your relationship with Klal Yisrael and the people around you.
Right.
And there's going to be times when you're thriving in giving and not necessarily thriving, you'll be like a little bit numb, but you'll be like, hey, at least I know I'm doing the right thing. And
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because you could always break it down into sectors. Like when I think of overall fulfillment and overall happiness, I think that's kind of what we're touching on. And like feeling like there's a place for you. It's kind of like a whole feeling. What you're describing is like you're tapped into like each sector. It's like, okay, I'm doing really well, I'm giving right now. Okay,
I think the biggest avoda step is to always be able to notice the areas in which you're doing well. Meaning, like, there are tons of times where people will there'll be times when you're numb a little bit in your relationship, and like we just saying, like, you won't be able to see Hashem's arms and whatever, but like, you know that but you won't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, everyone has those moments. And I think it's just like a lot of times people will just beat themselves up and then beat themselves up more, which is like, then you're just digging yourself a really deep hole. Whereas like noticing the different aspects in which you're successful. Because there's always something where you're doing, like there's always something in some place that you're doing well.
Yeah.
And I think you just really have to notice it. Like my wife and I just went to Rabbi Dover Cohen.
Nice. We sat down with him, yeah.
One of my favorite people in the
He's
actual
so cool.
tzaddik.
Also as well.
Yeah. He's an actual tzaddik. I love him. And we were there for Friday night, and like we got this whole conversation and about like meaning and what to do when you're not feeling that connection with Hashem. And he's like, you just have to be really good at being down.
Wow.
Like you just have to be good at being low.
What does that mean?
Meaning he was saying like, be able to be low and be like, okay.
That's okay.
I'm low right now, and that's okay. Yeah. And like, that's fine. And then be like, okay, now what can I do to be better?
We skipped that first step though. We jumped right away. I'm low, like trying to like
low, like
solution,
what I
right?
do wrong, yeah, exactly. Like,
Well,
what I do.
it's cheap if you don't really believe it. Meaning,
Which one? Which part? The first one?
the first part
First
of
one
like
takes a lot of
validating. Yeah,
That's
no,
what he
but like I could say that to myself 100 times. It doesn't necessarily mean anything.
What do you mean?
I could say to myself, wow, Mo, the last 3 weeks you were so unproductive, but I'm good. Like Hashem still loves me, but it doesn't mean anything if I don't like actually.
So
believe
he's
it.
saying you have to be doing action, meaning you have to be going someplace. But versus if you're in that place and you're like, oh, I've been here for 3 weeks, and like, okay, I may as well just be here because like I can't go any like I'm just on this downhill and I'm gonna keep going down, you know. I heard from Charlie Harari I recently also he was saying like I had this big question, and he answered my question without even knowing that this was my question. But like, the Yidden come out of Mitzrayim, and they're on this high, right? Hashem like splits the Yam Suf, and it's like this whole woe thing. Why? Like, why do you keep telling Moshe like, why are we split? Like, why am I waiting to create this incredible moment so the entire world can know that I exist? What happens 3 days later? Right? They're like, where are you? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I was like, what is wrong? Like, what's wrong with these people? They're like, they get shown open miracles, and then boom, and then they're like, where are you? And then all of a sudden, Hashem's like, I'm here, and they're like, oh great, and then like 3 days later, they're like, oh, all right.
Right.
What's this up and down? And then I was doing this course through Olami, the Olami scholars. They have like this training course, and they brought Charlie Harari in to come speak, and not even talking about my question at all. He was just talking about like a healthy way to live. I hope I'm not like twisting what he said here, but like he was talking about a healthy way to live. He's like, and he got a little emotional here, but he's like, if you have to be taking a pill to be like if your teacher tells you like, here, take these pills so you can focus in class so you can keep up with the class, right? He's like, you're destroying society. You're destroying society. You're building a society where people have to be successful, no matter what. Which means whatever they do now, they're constantly chasing success. They're not chasing anything else. He's like, so that's a negative. Meaning, if someone's going to do whatever they can to constantly be going up, you've hit. They're not genuine people, and they're almost what they're idolizing in a sense is success, not what
Not
they're
life,
gonna
not
learn.
work, not
Exactly.
ups, downs.
Not ups and downs. And he said, and then on the complete opposite extreme, you have the guy who's like, his father was unsuccessful, his grandfather was unsuccessful, and he's like, okay, I'm going to be unsuccessful because like this is my life. He's like, and then you have the people that his grandfather was successful, his dad was not so successful, and he's like, hey, listen,
I can do it.
I can do it. Like, I can be successful, and like, he'll have off days and be like, okay, tomorrow will be enough. You know what I'm saying? And like, he said, that's just the healthiest way to live, to be able to have ups and downs. And then I was thinking, I was like, again, this is probably not the answer, but it was the answer for me, which was like, why is Hashem like, the Torah talks about the story of like the Jews, they're like, whoa, Hashem exists, and then like, where are you? Because that's life. Life has ups and downs where we don't feel and we feel, and that's the healthiest way to live, to be okay with the ups and downs. I think that's like,
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think, to address, I believe what Mo's question also was asking, is that when somebody knows that, what would you do to like, because you were saying, Mo I think knows that, like to be okay with the downs, but it's very hard to actually be okay with it.
right.
I know what the right thing is. I'm a healthy,
Right.
worked-on person. All my friends are in therapy, including myself. So like, I know that if I'm not doing great, that's okay.
Right.
I don't know. I guess just like believe. I don't know. Like, what do you say? How do you internalize that? I guess.
I think if you genuinely don't beat yourself up for being down, then you'll understand when you're down that you have to do things to keep moving forward. And as long as you're doing things to keep moving forward, then you're putting in work. Okay, so it didn't happen right now. It doesn't happen overnight. But you're putting in work. You're doing the right thing versus being like, why am I even putting in work? Right? Why are you not saying that? Because, again, maybe I'm wrong, but like I think the reason why you're not saying that is because you're like, hey, I understand that I'm down, but like I'm gonna be going in the right direction, and I'm putting in the work, and it's just a process.
Right. So I think the goal is to stop looking at the end goal. It's like, yeah, the compound effect of doing these small things 100 times over again is what is going to end up leading you to the goal. At the same time, like, we have to learn, which is what I struggle with, and what I'm really asking is, how do we appreciate and celebrate those little wins?
How do we appreciate? Like I said before, I think just really noticing them, being like, okay, so today I'm
Try to become
a little
more aware.
distant in my relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, but like, I don't know, I gave these guys a ride. I went out of my way to go help these people, or whatever it is. I mean, those are obviously more extreme and noticeable things, but it could be like more like, I don't know. There's the famous book. I think it's called like How to Make Your Bed, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Admiral General.
The Admiral General, right? What's his whole thing is that like, start your day off with a win. That's it.
You made your bed.
You made your bed. You won. You had one thing that was successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, what's coming up, I just want to share this. Yesterday, I didn't have a great day, as Mo could testify to that. And I was by the store. This is actually really bad. I was by the store, and my sister asked me to like stock up the house with tons of groceries. Dude, I was in front. There's a line of like 12 people behind me. The entire thing was stacked. I take out my debit card, and it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I called my mom, and like my card was expired. And my other card in the apartment I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna run back. As I'm like walking out, I'm mad embarrassed. I was like literally sweating. Everyone's like staring at me, like just talking, you know. There's an elderly couple, and they had a bunch of bags. So I like helped them put in the shopping cart. I was like, oh, what's your name? And like I made them laugh. They made me laugh. And then I walked out, and I was like, wow. I took out my phone. I wrote down. I'm like, I just helped an elderly couple putting groceries in the cart. And like as I was walking back, I had not a great day. It was pretty sucky. And I was like, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I literally, like, as I was falling asleep, like, I tried to remind myself, like, oh, I had a good day. And I was like, it's a pretty bad day. And then, like, that stuck out to me. I was like, whoa, that's a win. I would have never remembered it. But, like, these small things, writing it down or doing a voice note, telling your friend about it, these are just, like, practical, like,
Love that.
you know, takeaways, I'd say.
Great idea.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's mad cool.
Noticing.
That's being proactive about this concept
Right.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you listen to podcasts and do nothing about it, or you could actually write it down, send yourself a voice note, it's sick.
Or whatever works
I
for
love
you,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Just take notes or just listen. You know.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I think it also has a
Like but again, even listening is a huge step.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning there are people like there could be someone who just I turn on the podcast because I feel like I want to do something productive and learn
Right.
something today. So I turn on the
For
podcast.
sure.
He didn't take notes. He didn't. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But like I listened to a podcast.
Right.
nice.
Yeah.
It's also preaching the way nice.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
There's the small thing. I mean, speaking about Badera, which we were talking about before.
By Raju Michelle.
Yeah, exactly. He says, I don't remember where, but he has a quote there somewhere. He's like, just tell the it's your heart, like, let me like just talk to Shem for just 2 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
let me just, you know.
That's the most powerful story. I think I showed that to like 100 people.
Yeah, he's like, just give me 2 minutes. Like, you
Get
know
away from like
for 2
yeah,
minutes. And like,
invest
even
in-
2 minutes that's a huge win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really counting your wins. Like, just
I think he quotes from Michelle McCarthy the reason why it's such a big win because comparatively to anything else, it's not 2 minutes is not a big. It's not because we're speaking about God who's eternity, who's infinite. So in the world of materialistic, 2 minutes versus 2 hours, like weigh it out.
Right.
But when you're speaking with the God who's above time and space, it's all the same. Like numbers aren't an equation.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, I think he quotes that from Michelle Mo. Wow. Let's dive into Niggin and Chabura. Tell me about it.
So,
We went to an event, by the way. It was
Freaking
breathtaking.
sick.
It was insane.
thank you.
It was literally insane. I think afterwards, I don't know, like I wanted to give it a voice. And like, yeah.
No, I really appreciate it. The Niggin Chabura, totally not my thing, idea at all.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. There's a Rav in Five Towns, Rav Ginsburg.
Mm.
I don't know if you know him. If you don't, you should get to know him.
Yeah.
He's Saudi.
Can you interview him?
Yeah, he's actually, by the way, great person to interview.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he's awesome. So he has a podcast called Niggin Chabura,
Oh.
Mm.
where he
Okay.
takes like random singer-songwriter artists
Oh, I've seen it.
and he dives into their songs and he like pulls out like huge chedushim and like crazy
Give
different.
me one. Give me one that stood out to you.
I don't really have.
Did he do one to you or?
I never actually listened to it.
Oh, nice. It's
So-
the idea. It's the concept of
The
it.
concept, yeah, I never actually listened to it, but the concept of taking a random song that was written by a guy like you and me
Mm-hmm.
and like really pulling at the deep strings and pulling at the depth that sometimes like the artist didn't even notice.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
very cool.
And it's super cool. So he has that side step.
Yeah.
Then I have a really close friend of mine, Tony Polanski.
Okay.
Also, well, he's in Oakland, California. He's gonna be a tough one. to
Yeah,
reach.
we ain't going to. We
Yeah.
ain't going to. Love you,
Um,
Tony, wherever you are.
and pretty much Tony and I I was working with him in the West Coast in Oakland, California, doing NCSY out there, and we had written a song together. And we filmed the whole music video. It was a whole big thing. It was super cool. It was really special. And then he was coming in it was Hanukkah. He was
Nice.
coming into Five Towns for Hanukkah, and he's like, we should do I don't know what they call it,
Fabrain?
not a Fabrang,
Comes
promote
in?
the song, but
What's it called? Release party?
like
or
a
something?
release party type concert.
Yeah.
And I was like, that'd be super cool. And then he started schmoozing with Rabir about it, and Rabir was like, why don't I bring all the artists from the Niggin Chabura,
Yo.
and we'll just make a huge thing.
Wow.
And it was wild.
Who did you have there?
Wow.
Give me some names.
Penny Schefter,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Benjamin Afson,
Mm-hmm.
or Benjamin, aka Benjamin.
Yeah.
Chaim Guri was there. Warren Tati was there.
Oh, nice.
Gavril showed up.
Oh, Gabriel's
A bunch of Waterbury boys showed up also.
Wow.
Ellie Dax was there.
Who?
Who else was there?
Yeah, it's stacked lineup.
Yeah,
you guys
it's
got a
good
roster.
It was wild. Tani was there. Penny was there. Benjamin. Then it was like, yeah, and then like all the Waterbury guys.
Guys are
Like
rocking
all of them pulled, yeah.
And
Like,
how's that? That was like a.
it was Hanukkah. It was wild. It was raining outside. I remember there were people standing by the door with umbrellas, like
That's insane.
sticking their heads
Crazy.
inside. Like, yeah, it was wild.
Whoa.
Like, it was one of the most.
Which song was this they released?
It was called a Chena.
It's
That's
right.
amazing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And like, it was funny because that ended up becoming like totally like stuck in the back. Like,
Right.
That was just, again, I don't know if maybe Rabbi Yirmi had this vision to create the Nigam Chabura, and then like once Tani reached out to him or whatever it was, and all of a sudden this thing came to be. And then it actually became, it was super successful. And then Rabbi Yirmi started doing more of them. That was the only one I was ever at in America, but Rabbi Yirmi's been doing them.
Really?
I think he just did one with Ari Kunstler.
Oh, sick.
I love
Love it.
And,
Wait, so what's the idea? But the idea is, like you said, taking songs.
the idea is taking songs and really pulling at the Divrei Torah and the depth of the songs.
Yeah.
So what he did, that Hanukkah event, was he had all of us choose songs, and he helped choose each of our own songs that we were going to sing. And he wove, like, again, this event was like 3 hours. He wove a Dvar Torah between every single song.
No.
It was wild.
Wow.
It was wild. It was so wild, yeah.
Wow.
So he kind of wove it in, and then we all kind of went around, and when it got to our point, like, he spoke, and then sometimes we shared something, sometimes we didn't, we just got in and like did everything. And it was like really beautiful because it was like Torah infused with
Yes.
with music.
Yes.
It was so special. It was
So then the event that we went to
so
in
then,
Rehab, what
so
was
then
that?
my wife and I moved here a year ago, last February.
How long
Oh,
you
no,
married
that's
for?
March. We got married October 10th,
Wow.
Oh, you're
20
married? Oh.
2023.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
Sick.
pretty wild time to
Wow.
get married.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
In Israel or?
in America,
Oh my gosh.
but my wife's Israeli, so not her whole family was able to make it back in. It was
Whoa.
yeah, it was definitely a funky.
That's
funky
intense.
night. It was very intense, but it also led to the most beautiful chuppah. Like,
Why
sure.
is that?
It's probably really emotional.
Well, we just very much, there was an energy in the room that I think you can't create. It just has to happen. And like the songs we chose were very much like about rebuilding Yerushalayim and coming home, and like,
Whoa.
yeah, like instead of Odi Shama, once I stepped on the glass, like first we did like, preparing when we sang was like a Kumsitz for probably 30 minutes.
No.
Yeah, and this was like, it became a little bit popular after this, but like, you understand, we were the first wedding after Simchas Torah
Mm-hmm.
in America. This is
Wow.
October 10th, meaning Yom Tov was over the 8th,
Yes.
so we were the first wedding, and like, I remember it was like, my wedding was in Lakewood,
Yeah.
and so like, it was a very mixed crowd that came out, all my friends from Yeshiva, my cousins.
Where did you go to yeshiva?
Chavetz Chaim.
Nice. Where? Which one?
I went to Cherry Hill,
Beauty.
and then yeah,
I could have called that one. Okay. Nice. Thought so. Yeah.
And then I went to Vegas for base measures for a little bit, back
Love
to
it.
Cherry Hill. But yeah, like
So
everyone
now it's
kind
more-
of just
yeah.
came in, arms around each other, and like singing Nachamu Ami, Yibonei Migdash, like whatever. And like, so one of the things was at the end, like after I stepped on the glass, was like, this was my wife's idea, and she's like, I just want everyone to sing Yibonei Migdash.
Which one?
Yibonei Migdash, Yibonei. Yeah, instead of Od Yishama.
Right.
Mm.
Wow.
And then like go from Yibonei Migdash into Od Yishama, Yorei Yehuda.
Wow.
And like, I just remember like beforehand, my mother-in-law like told my wife, she's like, I know you have this vision, but like, don't be surprised if it doesn't happen, because like, you could have all the thing, but like the mindset, the crowd's gonna see him step on the glass, and then all of a sudden everyone's gonna go, oh, yeah, right?
Good point. Yeah.
And like, it just might not happen, but like, there was an energy, like everyone was just like surrounding
Wow.
like the chuppah.
People needed that, you know, like.
People mamish needed it. People needed it, and then we Yibonei Migdash, and like all these just niggunim about really like yearning for Yerushalayim,
Wow.
and it was really really special.
Wow.
So yeah, so That
Wow.
was that. But anyway, fast forward. We were in America for 4 months, then we moved here.
Nice. And then, so then this event that you brought, what was that?
So then, ever since we came here, I was like, I would really love to create that here. Like, there's such a space for it. I was like, we need to do it here. It hasn't been
Specifically,
done.
what, within Israel you're saying?
Within Israel, yeah. I'm like, it doesn't exist. Like,
Yeah.
I just, like, really want to share it. And also, like, a little bit on my own, like, a little bias. Like, I would love to share my music with
Of
people.
course.
Like,
As you should.
that's it. Yeah, it's a huge thing. Like, I think, like, it's an avoda, and I really want to share my stuff. But also with the Torah that's behind it. Not just as, like, entertainment, yeah. Because also my music has been a journey to get where I am today.
Yeah. It's,
And
by the way, very varied. There's a lot of like DJ mixes. There's more acoustic. There's
yes.
a nice amount of diversity. For sure.
There's a lot of diversity. It was definitely a learning curve for me.
Well, what do you mean in terms of?
In terms of, I think when I first was getting into it, I don't even know like how it even originally started, but I was very close friends with Nehemiah Krasner, DJ Kraz. And like I was sitting down and writing music.
Nice.
I wasn't letting the music write itself.
What's the difference?
The difference is the place it comes from, I think. Again, this is my personal opinion, but I think like you can sit down and write a song and it'd be a great song. It's lacking something. It's and I can hear it in music. Like it's I can hear when it's lacking something versus like when like I don't even know where these things come from. I genuinely don't.
Wow.
Like I'll have a moment where I don't know, like I'm learning and the next thing I know is like there's a song like typed up on my phone. Or like
What?
yeah, I'm like I don't remember how it happened. It just happens. Like I even had it once I was doing Shnai Mikra. And the next thing I know, like started singing. I was like, it was like the weirdest thing, and like it comes from an emistic place.
Yeah.
It's not tainted by everything going on. Meaning it's not tainted by other stuff. I don't like. There's such a depth to music. I think it's such a holy thing that has been in some ways on a good level a little bit brought down so that I think like people can grab onto it and connect with it, but also there's a big diversity of people, meaning there are people that connect to the deeper stuff, there are people connect to the more simple stuff that's like the EDM and whatever. I don't want to like I'm gonna sound also like I'm bashing EDM. I just like so I can tell you when I first started, like I'm great friends with Nehemiah and we created beautiful music together. Those songs that I think we created together, except one of them really. One of them was a really wild, deep song.
Which one? Let's go.
It's called Stories.
No.
Is it out?
Sorry, it's not called Stories.
Uh-oh.
I know. I just had this conversation with him the other day because I was like, I texted him literally yesterday and I was like, bro, we have to do an acoustic version of Stories. And he calls me freaking out. He's like,
what story?
don't tell me you forgot the name of our song that you want to do an acoustic version. I'm like,
oh my
God.
I'm like, I want you to know that every time I share that song, I call it Stories.
What song is it?
It's called My Story.
Oh wow.
Okay,
But
it's close enough.
What?
It's close enough.
It's close enough, but it was like that little tiny area. But like that, no. So that sounds like a crazy song.
For sure.
Like that's a really crazy song. But also, I'm like, what we came out with, which was because like I'm really good friends with him. We sit in the studio and he creates EDM music, and his things are masterpieces, and people really connect with them. For me personally, I'm like, it's not the song.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the depth.
For sure.
So like my music journey, I think, was that like I used to sit down and write music,
Nice.
and then more recently, music has been writing itself. I think that's the biggest difference. And like
It's really
for me personally, like other people don't necessarily, they can't really tell the difference. For me, it's like my biggest frustration that like people like will like hear me play something live, and then they'll go to my Spotify and like check something up, and then they'll be like, oh, like cute, and I'm like, nothing, like not nothing, but like the top 4 songs on my Spotify, I'm like, that's not my music.
That's crazy you're saying that. I literally had the same thought. The same that. No, sure. It's like I'm just being like, like I heard him play, and I was like literally crying, especially by that song. And then I had to check to the Spotify, and I know the song's like, and then and I'm like, yeah.
It's different.
But I like that. Yeah.
It's different. So I think like, I mean, again, production is like a whole thing in the music industry.
Sure.
It costs a fortune, and it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Which is hence why I'm like, I realize like, I think you get to a point where like, I think it's an avoda, it's not about me. It's really not about me. It's about everyone else. I think Hashem, like, a little bit planted these songs here for a reason. They're not for me to keep on my phone.
Right.
And I'm like, listen, even if I can't necessarily pay for a whole production right now of a whole incredible song, like, I think I have enough achrayas to put out an acoustic version so that people can listen to it and connect to it.
Wow.
So that's what I think I'm doing now. It's a little bit is like just put it out there so that people can connect to it, because it's really not for me. It's really not for me.
Can I ask you a question? When someone says they're connecting with the music, what are they connecting with? What?
What do you mean?
Meaning, the song is connecting to what part of them?
So I think, again, that tends to vary depending on the type of music. I think there's music that genuinely just makes you move. That's great. I vibe with it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, it makes you want to dance. And that's
Yeah.
like a schmuck. And like, it's awesome. It brings people together and people are dancing together. I mean, there's also different kinds of dancing.
Mhm.
Meaning, one time I remember I asked a Rebbe of mine, like, what's the difference between non-Jewish music and Jewish music? Like, if it's clean.
Age-old question.
Yeah. And this is not the answer. But what he said resonated with me. He said Jewish music brings people together.
Wow.
If you listen to a Jewish fast song, again, now this is outdated
Right.
because this is not relevant anymore, but he said a Jewish fast song will make people dance in a circle.
Right. Do you know, like, you need, like...
People dance in a circle. You hold hands with someone and you're going to dance in a circle. So non-Jewish music is who's got the moves.
Nice.
One guy's in the center and he's doing this like pop and lock.
That's very cool. I never thought of it like that.
But it's not so relevant anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
The industry has changed big time. But again, this to me that resonated very deeply.
Yeah.
I was like, the essence is that Jewish music is what brings people together, and not only is it what brings people together, it's what brings people closer to Hashem.
Nice, I like that.
That's like, and then I think on the deeper level is what does it make them feel? It makes them, I think, it can make them feel lots of things. I know a lot of times for me, music will make me feel something that I haven't wanted to feel.
Mm-hmm. Can I say something really cool?
Sure.
There's literally on that point, and I want you to continue on that. There's an artist named Bensi Newman. Shout out Bensi.
Let's go, Bensi.
Phenomenal. We have to put you guys in touch.
Yeah.
And he has a song. The main chorus is called "Just Fall Down." So the chorus is like, "Just fall down, down, just fall down." I was like trying to connect it, and I felt like the resistance in my body, like if it was a song, push, keep on going, you got this. I get like fired up. I'm like, yeah, let's go, soldier on, right? And the song like, just let go. You're okay, just be. I literally felt it like. And whatever, it's been work that I've been doing the past few months. Recently, he just sang it by Rabbi Fisher here like 2 weeks ago.
So
and I just like felt myself like falling into it. And I was like, wow, that is like, it was touching. I sensed it was touching that part of me that wasn't allowing myself
Very
to let
comforting.
go. Yeah, and like I did the work and now it touched me in a different way. So similar to what you were saying.
I think like it genuinely, again, it could make you feel things that you've been holding, preventing yourself from feeling. It could also make you feel things that you need to feel, that you've been like searching for. Literally just the match that's gonna light up. Like the spark's there, you just need to like catch the flame, and like sometimes the song does happen. You know what I'm saying? The song will like you're like in the fields, and then all of a sudden that song comes on, and you're like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it just melts you.
What is it? What is it about music that does it? You know, like.
If you're asking me,
Yeah.
Stuff that do that kind of thing to
I'm
you,
talking about deep. Yeah.
that will really make you feel something you haven't felt, or feel something that you feel like you need to feel, or feel something that you've been holding back from feeling. I think there's an emes, there's a truth to it. It's someone being totally vulnerable and totally honest. And that's it. I think honesty speaks. Like,
Wow.
period.
So I just want to circle back to what you were mentioning earlier, that when there's truth and authenticity, it cuts through and really, really hits.
I think so.
What I really want to like get to the core of it. What is that truth that cuts through?
I think when it comes from a real place. I think when it's like I said, like my music has taken a shift from when I was writing music to when the music started writing itself. The music started writing itself when like my life was way more focused on my relationship with Hashem. That's when the music started coming out. Versus when I was like, this is an industry and like I'm writing music to like to hit the audience, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not what this is about. It's really not. Again, there are the people that are there are people that are geared towards that, and it's great because it's a parnasa. It really is. I'm personally not in it for the parnasa because I don't think that's my place.
Nice.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, like I said, like I think it's an avoda, and like I have no Christ to share it. And
Wow.
that's it. And I have no Christ to share it because it came from a pure place.
Nice.
I think if I sat down and I was like, this person wants to hear a song about this, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna write them a song, and like, okay, that song I could like keep in my voice memos because like that song doesn't have that same MS, that same spice, that same truth.
Wow.
Was there anybody that's inspired you on your way? Like anybody that you're trying to emulate?
I think there are definitely people throughout my like writing journey who have been like, whoa, I want to write something like that, or like I've
Just
heard
some
some-
examples.
yeah, like I've heard songs and I'm like, oh shit, I wish I would have written that
Oh,
song.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Like I've had that. Like
What are you thinking? What's coming up?
Penny Shafter
He's great.
has a song, not out,
Mm-hmm.
called "Soul on Fire."
Soul on fire.
"Soul on Fire," and like that song makes me cry every time I
Wow.
hear it. Every time I hear it, and also he's just like, again, I think more than artists inspiring me, I think it's more people.
Nice.
But yeah, Kenny's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
dog.
Straight up.
Yeah.
No, like he's literally just in a shell. And I think when I meet genuine people, or like when I meet someone that's real, honestly, that's what it is. Like someone who just like wears his heart on his sleeve, and
Yeah.
he's just a real, genuine person who's just trying to grow and do the right thing in this world. Like that's inspiring to me.
Wow.
Versus like necessarily an artist that has a style or whatever. There are definitely artists out there I'm like, whoa, I wish I could create something like that,
But it's not you, right?
but that's not me. It's
Right.
like
So how did you find that? Meaning, because you went through your stages, you know?
100%. How did I find that's like tapping into that?
Yeah.
That authenticity. Great
That
question.
authenticity?
Because you were kind of on the other side of the fence of like,
Oh,
what do other people want me to
Ex-
perform? It's a
exactly.
very good question.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Wow. Like what led me to? I
Great
think.
question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Thank you.
You just got a bonus right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's definitely a raising salary.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Not that I'm writing the checks.
All right, sit down, okay?
I'm sitting.
Wow. I think it's just people in general. I think there's just connecting to people. I naturally gravitate. I wish I could say like it was something that I worked on or whatever, but I think it's just like something that I naturally did was gravitate towards real people. And gravitating towards real people made me a little bit realize more of what I wanted to be, in a sense. But straight up, the biggest like wake up thing for me, I think, was in that authenticity, and that real thing, was my wife.
Wow.
Like
Once you're already married,
That's
or?
awesome.
meeting my wife. Like I
Talk to me, what do you
I am
got?
forever grateful. Like, okay, I have a funky like backtrack. I left yeshiva after first year of East Medrash.
Shut off where?
Shot off, yeah. I was Vegas and then back in Cherry
Okay,
Hill, and then I was
nice.
like, all right, like I don't think this is.
Your route.
I wasn't being productive. I
Mhm.
wasn't whatever, and like I was getting gigs, and I was like, I'll focus on gigs,
down.
and like
How you doing?
yeah, whatever. Like,
Someone's the coolest guy.